All right, so it's Saturday night. I'm actually about to go out. We lower this music. Highway. I have no idea what the hell the song is, but get you going, baby. Anyway, so let me pause this. Anyway, I wanted to create a video. I've been meaning to make this video. I took notes too, because I really want to deliver the goods. People have been asking me, how the heck am I able to go away like on my own, and feel comfortable, with doing that, or how am I able to go to a bar? So, for example, I went to Bermuda a couple weeks ago, solo, without anybody. But as a side note or a footnote, I'd prefer to bring somebody with me so they can enjoy the trip too. Otherwise, I feel like selfish, like, arr. But hey, if I can't find anybody to go with, or they can't make it, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going on my own. So I went to Bermuda, had a ton of fun. Last week, I went out dancing on my own, Saturday night. I found some place with like cheesy wedding crasher music and sung and danced all night long on the Upper East Side. It was awesome till like 4 a.m. It was so cool. And people have been asking me, how do you do that? How do you do that? How do you do that? So I've been meaning to make this video. So I'm making it. Boom. Chakalaka. So I wasn't always like this. It's one thing I want to kind of really make sure that, you guys are clear about that. And I remind myself of this too, where I've been and, who I am now, where I choose to be now. And in the past, I would never have the courage to go away on my own at all. In fact, I envy those people that did go away on their own. I'm like, that's so cool. I would like that, but, I don't see myself doing that at all. And also, I was that guy, like, while in public, I was so focused on what are people thinking watching me? Like, what are they thinking right now? What do I look like? Oh, no. I was always looking around. If I ever got caught, like, singing, I'd be like, oh, crap, man. I get so embarrassed by that. Or when I was at, like, a bar or a club, I'd, like, go to the bathroom every 2 minutes to see if I smelled bad. Or I would do like push-ups against the wall of the stall to like look cooler and look bigger and get a pump on. So I don't mind saying these things now because I'm so far from, that person nowadays. It's so cool. I'm so comfortable and relaxed in my own skin. And so I want to give you some tips on things that I do and things I think nowadays in order to have me be comfortable in my own skin and be able to hang out with Team Human. And that takes me to my first point, is the context Team Human. I'm always promoting this a lot in the videos and even my most recent status. By the way, my nephew Nathan was born today. Boo! I'm so proud of my sister Christina and Tom. They're all wonderful parents, and Logan's going to be an amazing older brother. But anyway, Team Human. See, context really shapes mood overall. And so what I realized is, growing up as a kid, whenever I felt like I was on a team with somebody else, like kickball, it was like, whoa, high five, we're on the same team. So there was immediate like connection. There was a bond there. And so from now on, anytime I'm around people, if I feel awkward or like nervous or I'm like scared of people, I remind myself I'm on the same team as them. Kind of like being on the same team in kickball. Or like if I meet somebody who went to Cornell, I'm like, woo, Cornell team. And so I just extended it to the entire species, baby. And that's the whole Team Human context. And so I teach this to people in the elevator. For years, I used to be so nervous. I'd go in the elevator and be like, oh, or I would take the stairs, versus avoiding being in the elevator with people. And so anytime I feel nervous, I look around, I just go, you know what? Team Human. I just, remind myself we're on the same team, and I just get comfortable with it. I pretend as if they're my aunt or my uncle, because if I was in an elevator with my mom, my dad, my siblings, people I knew well, or I perceived as knowing well, then I'd be comfortable. So, that's the other thing too. Just because I haven't met them doesn't mean I don't know them. That's an important concept. We know how people operate. We are people. So just because we haven't met somebody doesn't mean we don't know how they operate. So there is a bond. We're connected. We're all part of the same community. So in the past, I remember going to bars sometimes early and wait for my friends to get there, and I feel like awkward. I'm like that guy who's like weird and doesn't know anybody here, and I'd be so uncomfortable and tense and uneasy. And then the second somebody showed up that I knew, I was like, oh yeah. Now the bar didn't change, As a side note, I'm not trying to promote drinking here. I'm not like a hardcore drinker. I'm like thinking all my examples are like drinking related. So it's not the point. All right. But the second somebody came that I would perceive as I know that individual, it's like the whole entire room would change. And so what I realized is that I at any given time, therefore, could choose to be comfortable. It's all in my head anyway. It's just me, switching from I'm alone and feel weird to switching to I know these people. So at any given time, I can choose to feel that way overall. So I put down here, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll actually pretend that I'm with a bunch of friends. So like last week, I went out, didn't know anybody there, but I pretended as if I was a bunch of friends and acquaintances at a club where there's loud music, because they can't talk to people anyway. Even if I was with a bunch of my friends, it's not like I can hear them. So whether I'm standing next to somebody I never met, or I'm standing next to a friend of a friend that I've never met, I go, what the heck's the difference? So, I'm able to just be comfortable and hang out and like dance around with people, overall. So, another teammate, team human, texting me, so it's all good. And so that was a big thing I did in, when I was in Bermuda. That's the thing too. Earlier I said by myself in Bermuda. Like that whole thing, by myself is one of those itis things, overall. It's like I make up my mind I'm by myself, but I was the only one on the island of Bermuda. There was like however many people there. So it's just funny how like we feel like we're all alone, and I felt in the past like I'm by myself, but I'm in was when I was in Manhattan, there's like millions of people. So I no longer make up my mind that I'm by myself ever. I no longer reinforce that. I no longer say I'm going out alone. I just don't even describe it that way. I just say I'm going out, and I'm going to go, hang out with people. I'm going to hang out with future friends that I've yet to meet. I use that quote today on, somebody I'm Facebooked with. I put here, dance. Oh, here's another great tip. Dance, sing, play, not in order to impress or get attention. Simply dance, sing, and play just for the sake of having fun dancing, singing, and playing. I remember in the past, I used to purposely dance a certain way to impress somebody over there, or I'd sing to get attention. So it was an in order to. Now I just sing because I feel like singing, or I dance. That's why it's important to pick a place that you like the music. So there's no strategy. There's no this sets up this. I just sing, dance, have fun, chit chat just for the heck of it overall. So in fact, here's a video clip right here. This is perfect. This is Logan, my nephew, having a good time. So check out this video clip. It's awesome. These feet were made for stomping. I gotta turn this light off. Hey, buddy.
I want to go down. This isn't right my eyes.
Hey, where's the foot stomping, Logan?
Logan, can you just stop?
Yeah, boom. Boom, shakalaka. Boom.
What sound does a lion make?
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Give me another
What's
one.
the name of it?
Give me another one. What sound is...
He loves to see
What
himself,
sound does
gotta play it back to him.
what sound does a...
Elephant make?
What sound does an elephant make?
How do I do something?
That's right, buddy. I'm gonna turn the light on. Be prepared.
Oh, here,
What sound does
What sound does a snake make?
What sound is... Yeah. What else?
P.
Look how excited he is.
It's all lit up, buddy. You like that?
Logan, what sound does what sound does a kitty cat make?
I can't. He's awesome. What else? Which other animals?
What sound does a horsey make?
Nay. Good. What else? What's that? Oh, that's an elephant.
Cow.
Oh, that's a cow? What does a cow make? Oh, I don't know. That's cow on a bad day. Really like the light, buddy, huh?
What sound does a cow make?
What sound does a cow make?
Moo.
Yeah, that's right. How you liking that pretzel, buddy? Good? You had a breath from having fun. That's good. Yeah. You like that light, huh?
He loves lights.
I'll play it back for you so you can see yourself,
He
dude.
loves to watch himself.
All right, my man. I'll press stop so you can watch yourself. So I love, wasn't that a video amazing? I adore that. I could watch that 1,000,000 times a day. And so what occurs to me is that 2-year-olds don't know what embarrassment is. They don't know what shame really is. It doesn't exist in the mind of a 2-year-old. They don't care about looking good overall. They don't even know what the hell that means. So it doesn't really matter, this whole looking good. I think somewhere along lines as adults or even adolescents, we start to experience this concept called shame. See, to me, I just pretend it doesn't exist in the English language anymore. Shame, embarrassment, who cares, overall. So in giving up and looking good, I've freed myself out to be more relaxed. I've been able to take my energy and switch it from trying to look good and switching it over to just accomplishing all the things that I'm out to accomplish in life, which has made life a lot easier. And what I found is when I don't care about looking good, that's when I look good, because people are like, wow, that guy is just chill and relaxed. And again, and I don't do that in order to get that reaction, but that's just what naturally, occurs. So, whenever I'm feeling awkward or whatever, I just pretend to be Logan. I act like Logan. So when I was in Bermuda, I'm like a 32-year-old. Well, I'm 33 now, but I was like splashing in the water, having a good time. But I didn't care what the people on the shore were thinking about me. I was just having fun chilling in the crystal clear blue water of Bermuda. That was the only thing that was important to me. When I was dancing at a club in Bermuda, I was just having fun. I didn't care what everybody around me was thinking. That's why it's important, again, I said this a few times, to pick a place where you really love the music and you have a good time, because then that way you're just smiling and having fun. But it's authentic. It's not, again, it's not in order to. And so that's easy to have people surround you and hang out with you, because they're like, all right, that guy's just being himself and he's just being fun. He's laughing. He's playful. He's all of that. Another great tip I take on myself, I take responsibility for bringing fun to a place. See, I find if I have like an intention to impact people, I don't sit there and judge myself anymore. It's kind of like one or the other. I'm either going to judge myself or I'm going to have some sort of intention. So whenever you're in a room of people, if somebody's like fun, it spreads fun. If somebody's like sad, it'll spread that as well. So I go out thinking, you know what, my role is to be the host of the party here. I'm going to make sure people are having a good time. So if nobody's on the dance floor, I'm going to go dance. So my focus is impacting the people around me. I don't even think, it doesn't even come up, what do I look like? Or when it does, I'm able to catch it and shift it. So that's another big tip, is put people first. Choose what you're bringing each night. Maybe it's fun, maybe it's laughter, maybe it's energy, whatever. You know, tonight I'm going to bring fun, energy, and laughter. I'm bringing all three, baby, when I go out into the city tonight. By the way, I still get self-conscious. That's an important thing to keep in mind. We always will. It's like breathing, you know. It's part of the human condition. And each night I go out, tonight, I guarantee you at least 5 to 10 times, I totally will resort back to my old thinking, my, negative thoughts. But I don't make it a bad thing. See, I used to beat myself up about feeling nervous. Now I just embrace it. There's no negative stigma. There's no positive stigma to it. It's just a thing. So when I feel nervous now, I just accept it. I go, I get it. But then I choose to be fun Joe again. So by accepting it, I'm able to let go of it, and then I can choose to then move on, my attitude, my energy, and my fun, all those things. So one last thing is, I've just made up my mind that I'm a nice guy who loves people. And because I made up my mind that I'm a nice guy who loves people and loves making friends, the way I make myself right about that is by utilizing these tips. You guys know I'm always promoting that thing, that concept that whatever we make up our minds about, we go out to be right about it. So I make up my mind, I'm just a nice guy, and I love people, and I have fun, and I care about making friends, like I've been saying. So the way I get to be right about that is I promote Team Human, or I think of that in my mind. I make sure I pretend to be like a 2-year-old, like Logan. This is a good summary of all the things I covered. I make sure that I don't really care about looking good. I make sure I pick a place where I just enjoy the music. I don't do it in order to. I have fun. And lastly, I take responsibility for making a difference for people. So anyway, I'm going to go out, have fun tonight, choose to go out and about. Don't ever feel alone, because you're never alone. There's 6 billion teammates. Go find somebody to hang out with. All right, because they want you to, baby. They're just as nervous as you are. So together, we can all have a good time in life. Peace.